like this, Porter. This is a really bad idea. Oh, come on, Charlie. Nobody even remembers that we exist. No one will notice we're gone. Exactly. What if we run into trouble? We won't run into trouble because I'll be leading the way. And how long have you been away from the house? 0 minutes and 0 seconds, but that doesn't matter. If we believe, we can achieve. Now, to just go through here. Oh, I don't need to squeeze. Okay. I don't like this. See, Charlie? Nothing to it. We've already passed through and nobody's noticed yet. Hey, look over there. It's an old water pipe. Look at the side. You were made in China, not me. I was made in Thristalin. Hey, I was made in Thristalin too. Oh, that's cool. Oh no, we've been spotted. Let's get out of here. Ow. I just wanted to say hi. I won't tell anyone you're out here. I'm rather forgotten myself, you know. Wait, you are? Well, that's a dadgum relief. I'm sorry I spooked you two. It's just, I never go anywhere. My dad always tells me to stay in one place, and even though I do get a little tiny bit of space from him every once in a while, I just want to see what's out there. Make a difference in the world, you know. I feel the exact same way. We're always forgotten about you. Listen, bud. If you feel like you're forgotten, you're welcome to join us. We won't forget you. I am out of here. The deal was, I just go on this adventure and see what's out there. Not make a difference in the world. I like where I live. I'm going back. Nope, not until you've tried the water faucet. 1, 2, 3. Oh! And that was that. Once that pump had been pushed down, the 3 little engines were submerged in rusty water. It clogged their systems, and they died the most painful death. So let this be a warning to all of you. Don't make the mistake and trespass into the wrong place! Alright, mateys, any constructive criticism on Diesel's story? Diesel, I like your enthusiasm, but your story felt like 2 different stories combined into one. And also, how can minis reproduce? Luke is adopted, Percy. Okay, Percy, I can't take it anymore. Why are you talking like a vampire? It is just to get into the spirit of Halloween, my dear duck. Judging by those critiques, it looks like your story was okay, Diesel. But you have a good chance at winning. You told that to everyone who participated in this stupid story competition. Alright, me hearties, Percy and Henry are up next. Thank you, Salty. Percy, you may start the story. I just wrote it. Percy's gonna narrate it. This story is called Driven Over the Edge. Once upon a time, there was a little engine named Timothy. He was an old, but an experienced engine. He had been through a lot in his life, and was just starting to get his wheels off the ground. One day, a good friend came over to him, and asked him to watch a YouTube video. And after watching it, and seeing how many views it got, Timothy was blown away. His friend convinced him to act out the video, since he was a main character in it. Timothy agreed, thinking it might help him get off the ground and start a business. However, it proved to be torture. What the engine was required to do was drive off a cliff, like his counterpart had done in the story. So he did, and again, and again, and again, because it's what his fans wanted. But hitting his head so many times started to make him insane, until one day he went too far. he decided to host a live event where he would drive off a cliff in front of millions of people and come back unharmed. However, this was too much. As he drove off that cliff and hit his head the first time, that was it. He stopped breathing. Everyone tried, and time after time they failed to get him to breathe again. He was gone, reduced to ashes. So, let this be a lesson to all of you. It's not worth doing things that were seen on the internet that can cause harm to others just for the sake of a few pounds. Alright, mateys, feedback for Percy. And me! Well, boys, I like that you did that story together. It's always nice to make a project with a friend. However, Percy, I think you should have spoken a little louder and with a little more enthusiasm because Harold literally fell asleep. A fine story, you two. However, you give away the fact that the story isn't true because a character in it is somebody who actually lives inside, so I feel like that ruins the story a little bit. However, I think it was still good. Alright, mateys, who wants to tell the next story? If you don't mind, I'd like to try to tell a story. Have you ever had a brother who you were so close to that you could never be apart from them? I had one of these, but I lost him. It all happened long ago. Me and my brother were hanging out like best friends, because we were. We were living life together. In fact, I don't remember a single time we were apart from each other. We did everything together. However, we started to bicker a lot more and didn't really understand why we needed to be so appreciative of the time we had together. The more you hang out with someone, the more you start to notice your flaws, and you'd start to think of them as things that they could be doing better. I hate this, because it's what caused our downfall. One day, we were arguing with each other over literally nothing at all, when suddenly, we stumbled upon two more brothers. They had been stuck together for as long as they could remember, and had gotten into a fight which had gone too far. When they saw us, their faces lit up. All they wanted to do was be away from each other. Forever. But we knew we couldn't leave each other. We couldn't choose one Minnie over another Minnie. That was just wrong. And we told them that sometimes we argue in life, but what's important is that we make up in the end. But they wouldn't listen. All they wanted was to be away from each other. All they wanted to do was just be free of the pain they were experiencing. They begged us and pleaded us to take them away from one another. Then we started to realize something. This was who we were becoming. We had been wanting to get away from each other more and more, when, in reality, we both deeply cared about each other. We didn't want to leave the other side. We were family. But those two didn't care. They inched closer and closer to us, until one of them suddenly hit my brother Ari and knocked him over the cliff, and he fell after him into the shadows below. I was left alone with that menacing truck brother, who was relieved. Finally, you'll never see your sibling again. You'll be alone for always and always and always. And that's the end of the story. You never know with this world when a friend you make will be gone. So cherish the time you spend with your friends and family, because you never know when it will be your last. Boom! So true, mate. Gordon, hide me! Edward, I appreciate the fact that you're referencing season 1, but that's just weird. We don't care. We want feedback on my brother's story.
Okay, I'm sorry everyone. I know we're not choosing winners until morning, but I think that was the best story of the night. It taught a good lesson, it was scary, and even though, Ari appearing at the end proved that the story didn't actually happen, it was still good because I was on the edge of my seat. And I can feel Diesel 10 moving, he was so scared.
Excuse me? I was not scared. It's freezing cold out here.
Okay, I'll give him that. It is kinda cold.
Yar, that feedback shall be taken into consideration when the votes are tallied. Now, it is getting late, so do we have any more engines who would like to share stories? I think you mean toys, Salty, and no.
But Edward, I thought you had a story.
I did, but it's really late, and my story is true and very dark. It's fine, Edward. We can handle a few scares. And plus, none of us are really tired after Ari and Bert's story. We can stay up a little later.
Oh yeah, man. We're ready for more scares. Bring it on, Edward.
Show us what you got, old iron.
If you say so. As much as I hate to say it, evil is real. There are people in this world who do things that are so despicable it's not funny. But they're not the only ones. Somewhere, lurking out there, there's a hideous creature that wants to eliminate us. Let us burn in a place undescribable. So, we are called to be leaders in this world, to help those in need, so they don't fall into the trap that is created by the monster. Because he will take us out when we least expect it.
My, inspiring speech, old chap.
That story is true. We are living in it right now. We must be survivors.
Alright, Max. I just need you to go potty, and then we can go back inside. Okay?
I know what you mean. Steelworks Ryan just got a new puppy. We have to survive it.
Wait, what? Alright, everyone. Survive or die!
Oh, there's their shed.
Hello, Steelworks
I wonder what
Ryan.
they're up to
What's
today.
going on?